For a decade, Vizag was the backup plan, the nice coastal cousin to Hyderabad, a place for a second office. But now, the new script is being written in silicon and voltage. Vizag isn't trying to be an IT hub anymore. Nope, that's 2010 thinking. It is pivoting to become a digital fortress, a full stack infrastructure node. But before you buy the dream, you need to check the wiring, because this isn't just a growth story, it's a gamble. And before we get on with it, like, share, subscribe, because you know what to do. You need to stay ahead of the curve, and Front Page lets you do that. If you're ready, let's go. First, the win. Andhra just formally kicked down the door of the Semiconductor Club. The player, ASIP Technologies. The stake, 2,388 crores. Wow. The location, a 30-acre patch that changes the map. Now, of course, let's just hold the hype for a second and become very cynical. Do you have caps? So then put them on. This isn't a fab. They aren't printing raw silicon here like TSMC. If anyone else tells you that, they're definitely lying through their teeth. This is OSAT, assembly, testing, marking, and packaging. So let's just think of it like this. The fab creates the brain, OSAT builds the skull so it doesn't break. It is actually the grunt work of the chip world. Strategically, genius. It creates actual manufacturing jobs. But it's actually not the glamour of chip design. It's the factory floors, it's the shifts, it's the hard technology. The cabinet cleared the Adani Group for a massive 1,000 megawatt AI data center cluster. 1,000 megawatts, yeah. That is roughly half of what Mumbai consumes, which will of course handle GPU workloads, training models, the heavy lifting for the next decade. But you know what? Here is the snag. Data centers are the silent giants. They cost billions to build. They occupy hundreds of acres, but they employ almost no one. Once the construction is done, you don't really need thousands of engineers. You need only a skeleton crew to keep the lights on and the servers cool. Vizag gets the investment headline, but it might not get the payroll. Andhra Pradesh has a history of massive MOUs that turned into dust. Remember the blockchain coast? Remember the fintech valley? The graveyard of good ideas is very full. Not thriving, but full. The difference between a silicon coast and a ghost town is execution. The talent trap. We can of course build the buildings, but can we keep the brains? Right now, the top talent from GITAM or Andhra University still buys a one-way ticket to Bangalore or for that matter the United States. So if the humans don't stay, they're actually just expensive air-conditioned warehouses next to the ocean. And here of course is the front page take on that very depressing image I painted myself. So what is the play? Vizag is betting that in the war for the future, the winner isn't the one with the best application. It's actually the one who owns the chips and the servers running inside of it. They're building the hardware. They're of course taking the risk. It could be India's next Silicon Coast, or could it be very well a very expensive, very quiet digital fortress? What do you think? Is this a masterstroke, or is it just a power drain? Please do let us know in the comments below. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Front Page by the AIM Network. Like, share, subscribe, and always remember, think AI, think AIM.